I've been on a healing journey for a few years now. I unfortunately had a bad situation with mold in a place that I used to live, which, well, long story short, about 3 years ago, I was barely functioning. So since then, I've been really working on healing my body and mind and cleaning my environment. And I felt like I was most of the way there, and I had heard about you guys and was watching some social media, following you on Instagram and stuff. And then a couple months ago, I went home to visit my family, and I had an incident with my mom. It was a very short-lived little thing, but the way that I reacted was it was like a regression. And it just made me realize like that I was still holding on to traumas and emotional stuff from, like, I felt like a little kid in that moment. So that's what drove me to actually give this a shot. And I got to tell you, it's one of the craziest things I've ever encountered. Like, the first week of doing these maneuvers, I think I cried more than I've ever cried. The first time I did the belly button torque, then I did the reset, the 15-minute reset, and then went into some yoga, and I came back into saddle pose, and just like, it was like the full body trauma release. And it was, so all these things have been happening, and I'm so grateful and curious and wanting to move further into it. Because I actually feel like for the first time in my life that I could be free, which is really great.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my story. Biggest takeaway.
Mm-hmm.
I think the ability to handle my emotions just seemed to really, like, just my overall stress just seemed to go down and down and down. I've noticed a bit of difference in the symmetry in my face. That was something that was really kind of bothering me over the last couple of years. You know, when you take a photo, you see a photo of yourself and then you invert it.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you flip it around and then you notice the imbalances. I realized that I have issues with hydration for sure. I would actually say that's the biggest thing. With the diatomaceous earth and the Irish sea moss, and really paying attention to those things. Like, wow, I'm chronically dehydrated. And drinking like so much water all the time, but understanding now that doesn't necessarily mean that you're hydrated. So all the things that have come along with that, you know, my eyes aren't bloodshot anymore. My skin isn't dry, but I don't use any moisturizer. Things like that. My acne is gone. Yeah, I think the hydration would probably be the biggest takeaway, which is amazing because that's huge. That's a big part of it, right? Your quality of life, right? Like how well you can think, how well you can function. Yeah, I just want to keep learning and hopefully help other people. Because it's one of those things, like there's things that about this that are just like, it sounds kind of woo-woo, right? Like some of these maneuvers, like they don't seem like they're that big a deal, or like you're just doing this, you're just doing that. But then to come away from it and just be like, no, like, you don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually incredible. So Thank you.